Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show that makes big winners out of the lowest scorers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Sophia, and this is my granddad, Alan, and we're from Croydon.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Rosa. This is my sibling, Amber, and we're from Leicester.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Vicky. This is my husband, Steve, and we're from Hampshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Claire. This is my husband, Peter, and we're from Stockton-on-Tees.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's wonderful to have you here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He starred in Outnumbered, a sitcom that was semi-improvised. And now he's on this show, which is entirely improvised. It is my new Pointless friend. It's you, Dennis.
Thank you very much. You won't be surprised to hear I can't think of anything to say.
That happens
Literally.
in improv too.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally can't. But
Yeah.
look at these fine, fine people we have
Yes.
here. We've got
Wow.
one new pair.
Yeah, one new pair. Are you looking forward to it? Are you feeling slightly nervous?
Yes.
Yes to both.
That's great. That's a very direct and simple answer. Yes. Well, it'll all be fine and you'll be great.
There we are. Well, thank you very much indeed. Now, Harry and Bob won the jackpot last time. So well done to them. And it means today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. I know you know this already, but it's worth saying again. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. There we are. So keep your scores nice and low, and theoretically, that won't be you. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is meteorology. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And our first question concerns weather words. Hugh.
Yeah, so on each board, we're going to show you 7 definitions of words and terms that appear on the Met Office's website list of weather words, alongside the letters each term begins with and the number of letters in each word. So please tell us the term that you think the fewest of our 100 knew.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our first board of 7 clues to weather words, and here they are. A strong storm of snow and wind. B, 8. A prolonged dry period with no rainfall. D, 7. Ice crystals that cover a surface when it is below 0 degrees Celsius. F, 5. A place where facts about weather are recorded and studied. WS, 7, 7. Small droplets of water that form when water vapour or steam touches a cold surface. C, 12. The amount of water vapour in the air. H, 8. And the layer of air that envelops the Earth. A, 10. There we are. Alan, welcome to Pointless. Terrific to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm Alan. I'm a retired legal cashier and I play bowls.
How long have you been playing bowls, Alan?
25 years.
It is the Crown Green bowl that you favour.
No, lawn.
Oh, lawn.
Yes.
Lawn. Tell me the difference between lawn and Crown Green.
Well, Crown Green, you don't have a rink. You just play the whole green.
Right.
And then lawn, you play in rinks. So
I
you've got
see.
a channel to go down.
I see. Have you tried Crown Green?
No, I'm not that good at lawn.
Oh, I see. But do bowls players tend to separate into the different disciplines?
Yes.
And they never... It's a bit like rugby league and rugby union.
Yeah.
I see. Alan, what are you going to go for?
I think I'll go for the first one, blizzard.
Blizzard, says Alan, for a strong storm of snow and wind. How many of our 100 said blizzard? Blizzard is right. Down he goes to 65. Not bad. 65. Good start. Solid start.
Yeah, very solid start. And you'll be glad to know that we're not the only country that gets blizzards. In 1972, there was a blizzard in southern Iran that lasted for several days and dropped about 26 feet of snow.
Wow.
Yeah.
In southern Iran.
Southern Iran.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Hugh, Rosa, welcome back.
Hi.
Ooh, this is your third show.
Yeah.
We have to make this one count. For the third time, tell us more about you.
Well, I'm very into houseplants. I've got about between 35 and 40 plants in my room.
What's your favourite of the plants? If it's fair to ask. Sorry, that puts you in an insidious position.
Probably one of my monsteras. It's grown very, very big. It takes up almost the whole back of my car now.
That's quite exciting. So you live in something a little bit like a
like
jungle.
a jungle.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
You tempted to get some tropical birds.
That might be a step too far,
complete
I
the
think.
scene.
Yeah.
Rosa, what are you going to go for on our board?
I think I know them all, so it's just figuring out which will be lowest. I think I'm going to go for the amount of water vapour in the air and say humidity.
That's the one I'd have chosen. Humidity. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Humidity. Humidity is right. 65 is the only score we have, and you pass it. 45. Not bad at all.
OK, so human hair is very sensitive to humidity, and in the 18th century, it was actually used in devices to measure humidity. So there you go.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Vicky, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Tell us more about yourself, Vicky.
Well, obviously, I'm married to my lovely husband, Steve. I'm a bit of a daredevil.
Are
So
you?
I'm kind of one of those girls that says, yeah, I'll give that a go. Hence why I'm here.
Well done. I mean, it's either this or bungee jumping. Maybe you've done the bungee jumping
I've done
already.
a bungee jump, yeah.
I'm not sure I could ever do that.
No, actually, my brother was going to do it. He's
Yeah.
older than me. He pulled out at the last minute, so it was kind of down to me.
Pulling out at the last minute sounds like the very last thing you want to do in bungee jumping, but yes.
It was brilliant, though. It was really good.
Oh, would you do it again?
Yes, I would.
Yes, you are a daredevil. Yeah. You weren't lying. Vicky, proceed. What would you like to go for?
There's a couple on there that I know as well. I think I'm going to go for a place where facts about weather are recorded and studied, and that's a weather station.
Weather station, says Vicky. Let's see how many of our 100 said weather station. It is weather station. 65 is our high score, 45 is our low. You passed the high. You passed the low. 38. Very well done indeed, Vicky.
Yeah, very well done. The Met Office has got over 200 weather stations in the UK. So there's in the Channel Islands, Heathrow and Lerwick in the Shetlands.
Very good indeed. Thank you very much. Now then, Claire, welcome back. Now, I happen to know it is your third show as well.
Yes.
Tell us more about yourself, Claire.
Well, as well as the music that I like doing, we also like taking holidays.
Oh, that's a nice hobby.
But I do actually in the next year have two already booked, and one of those is a cruise.
Where are you going to be cruising?
At this time, we're going to go to the Greek islands. We did the Caribbean for our honeymoon 33 years ago.
Wonderful.
And then we've also done the Mediterranean and we've done the Adriatic coast. So I'm seeing the world bit by bit.
You are beautiful. Beautiful. Now, Claire, you're the last person to have this board. Would you like to fill in all the blanks for us?
Yeah, I think I know them all. A prolonged dry period would be a drought. Ice crystals that cover a surface will be frost, I think. Small droplets of water, condensation, and the layer of air that envelops the Earth is atmosphere. I think I will go with condensation.
Condensation, says Claire. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Condensation is right. Well, 65, still the highest score. 49 is where you end up with that.
Yeah, well done. So condensation or dew is an important source of moisture for plants and animals. And in arid regions, as you probably know, people can collect dew from canopies and sometimes produce several litres of water that way. So it's a very important thing. And just to clear up the board, Claire, you're exactly right for all of them. Drought would have got you 72. Frost would have got you 52. And atmosphere would have been 53. So you actually got the best answer available.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. I can tell you 38, Vicky. Very well done indeed. Fabulous score there. And we travel from there up to 45, where we find Rosa and Amber. There to 49, where we find Claire and Peter. And from there to 65, where we find Alan and Sophia. So, Sophia, you've got a little bit of a mountain to climb in this next board. So,
No pressure.
no pressure. Ooh, there's a nice weather term.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I should have played.
Yeah. So, yes, find a lovely low-scoring answer,
Okay.
and that should see you into round two. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let us put 7 more definitions of weather words up on the board, and here they are. We've got a hurtling mass of snow, ice or rock descending a mountainside. A, 9. A layer of this gas in the atmosphere reflects ultraviolet rays from the sun. O, 5. Moisture falling from the sky in the form of rain, snow or hail. P, 13. A seasonal wind in southern Asia that often brings heavy rain. M, 7. The weather of a place considered over a long period of time. C, 7. The evaporation of water from a plant's leaves, stem or flowers. T, 13. And the season between summer and winter when the temperature cools. A, 6. There we are. Peter, welcome back.
Hello.
Peter, we need to hear more. Tell us more about Peter.
I like going to comedy clubs, especially ones where they do 3 or 4 different acts on at the same time. You sometimes get to see an act before they became famous. So we saw a Lost Voice guy a while before he actually...
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was that up in Stockton?
Yes, yeah, it was, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So, I mean, you've got some good comedy clubs there.
Yeah, there's a good one in Stockton. It's quite... I wouldn't say hostile, but it's...
Any good comedy club
yeah,
has to be
yeah.
a bit hostile.
It's-
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, spit and sawdust and, yes, and a tough crowd. Good stuff. Now, Peter, you are on 49. If you can score 15 or less at this early stage, that would get you into the next round. What are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for moisture falling from the sky as precipitation.
Precipitation, says Peter. Here is your red line. Let's see where we end up with precipitation. Precipitation is right. It's a good answer, Peter. Look at that, 41. Second lowest score of the round so far, taking your total up to a lovely round 90. Well done.
Yeah, and that's a great answer. Precipitation is basically water in many forms falling out of the sky. So rain, sleet, hail.
Thank you very much indeed. Steve, welcome back.
Thanks.
Tell us more about yourself, Steve.
I once played in the Dutch Open darts tournament.
The Dutch Open darts?
Yeah.
How come the Dutch one, particularly?
I used to be in the RAF, and my sergeant at the time, he said, "Oh, do you fancy driving a minibus over to the darts tournament?" I went, "Yeah, go on then." And actually, he said, "Do you want to play in it?" I said, "Yeah, go on."
Did you discover a knack for the arrows?
I was okay.
Yeah,
I was
that's good.
okay. If I'd won five rounds, I would have won the whole tournament, but I didn't. I went in the first round, but never
There you
mind.
go, such is life,
Yeah.
and specifically the Dutch Open. Steve, you are on 38. We are looking for a target of 51 or less from you.
I will go for a seasonal wind in southern Asia, monsoon.
Monsoon, says Steve. Here is your red line. Let's see if we can get you below that with monsoon. It's right. 57, taking your total up to 95. And seeing Peter and Claire into round 2.
Yeah, very good answer. Monsoon rain, as you all know, can last for days and days and days, which may be why the word monsoon comes from the Arabic word for season.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Amber, welcome back.
Hi.
Tell us more about yourself, Amber.
Well, I really love cooking. We're both vegan, and I love trying to adapt different cuisines from around the world and make their sort of national dishes vegan so that we can eat them.
What is your biggest success so far in the veganisation of national dishes?
I think I love Mexican food, so just loads of different types of tacos, quesadillas.
My mouth's now watering. Thank you for that, Amber. You're on 45. 49 or less is what we need from you to keep you in the game.
Yeah, I know 3 of them, but I think they'll all be really high. I think I'll go for the top one and say avalanche.
Avalanche, says Amber. Let's see how many of our 100 said avalanche. Here is your red line. Avalanche is right. 66 for avalanche, taking your total up to 111.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen avalanches, haven't we, on the news? They're basically just unstable packs of snow that can be triggered by walking on them or whatever, but they're terrifying, I think, avalanches.
Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Sophia, welcome to Point. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a commercial accountant at an advertising firm in London.
That's nice. Does your advertising agency, do people go around on scooters or space hoppers?
No, but we did have puppies in the office the other day for puppy therapy, and I was very, very happy about that. Yes.
That's exciting. Does your office have a breakout area?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
A couple. We just chill there. It's called the Village Green. So.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
It's called the
should we pop to the Village Green?
Does it have greengrocer's grass?
It's got green carpet and then bits and pieces. But
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Now, Sophia, you're on 65. We're looking for a score of 45 or less. Would you like to talk us through the board?
I think I can, except for one. So the layer of the gas, I'm assuming, is oxygen. And then the weather of a place considered is climate. Evaporation of water from a plant's leaves, I'm not 100% sure. It's probably transmosis or transpire or something. And the season is autumn. I'm going to say the weather of a place considered is climate.
Climate,
Yeah.
says Sophia. Here is your red line. Shall we see if we can get you below that with climate?
Yes.
Yes, we do. 43 for climate. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 108. Wow.
Yeah, very well done. So the Met Office describes the UK's climate as having winters which are overall mild and summers which generally don't get too hot. But that seems to be changing, doesn't it?
That seems to be changing, yes.
With climate change. So just to clear the board for you, the layer of gas in the atmosphere reflecting ultraviolet rays from the sun isn't oxygen, actually, which has too many letters, oxygen.
You'd think I'd be able to count.
It's ozone, and that would have scored you 51. You were right about the season between summer and winter when the temperature cools, and that is autumn. But that would have got you a massively high score of 80. And do you know the answer to the last one?
I think you were probably on the right lines. Transpiration. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Transpiration. And transpiration would have scored you 9.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Well, that brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to our first pair, Amber and Rose. I'm so sorry. And this is where we finally say a big goodbye. It's been lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry we're not sending you home with a nice, shiny, coveted trophy. But thank you so much for playing. Amber and Rosa, brilliant. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Well done, all of you. You've made it through with flying colours into round 2, and terrific work it is from every one of you, especially Vicky, our lowest individual scorer, and Claire and Peter, our lowest combined scorers. So fantastic work on that far podium. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns people born in 1954.
Yeah, so we are going to show you 16 pictures of famous people, all of whom were born in 1954. And being famous, they will be delighted they've been identified as having been born in 1954. They'll be absolutely chuffed about that,
They'll be turning 70 in 2024.
Yeah, fantastic. So please tell us the name of the person you think the fewest of our 100 people could identify.
Thank you very much indeed. So as Hugh's just said, we're going to put up an image with 16 faces on. You just have to shout out the name of anyone you recognise on that board. So there we are. Here are those people. There we are, 16 people born in 1954. There we are. Now, Sophia. Who are you going to go for, Sophia?
I'm going to go for Denzel Washington in the bottom left-hand corner.
Denzel Washington. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is right. 40. Not bad at all. Strong start.
Yeah, very strong start. He was born on the 28th of December, 1954. So he'll be watching this thinking, oh, it's nearly 1955.
Yeah, he's a spring
Nearly
chicken.
1955.
Yeah.
But very good.
Thank you very much indeed. Steve, who are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is right. 44 for Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan was born on the 7th of April, 1954.
Very good indeed. Thank you very much. Now then, Claire.
I think I've got a surname right. Helen Lederer.
Helen Lederer, says Claire. Let's see how many of our 100 said Helen Lederer. Helen Lederer, absolutely right. 44 our high score, 40 our low. You pass the high, you pass our low. Oh, Claire, look at that. Very well done indeed. 6 for Helen Lederer.
Yeah, a fantastic answer. Helen Lederer was born on the 24th of September, 1954. And I'm sure you've worked with Helen Lederer.
I have
worked with Helen Lederer. Very, very funny. Very, very funny.
Yeah. Thank you. That brings us to the halfway mark in this round. So it's a good moment to recap on the scores. 6, Claire, the best score of the past. And we travel from there to 40, where we find Sophia and Alan, and from there to 44, where we find Steve and Vicky. You're a little bit ahead, Vicky. Let's hope there's a nice low-scoring face you can find on that board. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? There we are. Peter, look at that. You're on 6, which means even at this early stage, 37 or less gets you into the head-to-head.
I know quite a few of them, to be honest. It just depends if I want to take a chance. I'll go with Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice, says Peter. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. There is your red line, Peter. Condoleezza Rice, absolutely correct. Gets you through as well. Look at that, down to 16, taking a total up to 22.
Yeah, another excellent answer. So Condoleezza Rice was born on the 14th of November 1954 in Birmingham, Alabama, and she became the US Secretary of State between 2005-2009.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Vicky, you're on 44.
No pressure.
Still the high scorers. So we need to find a lovely low-scoring face on that board.
I'm going to go for Christy Brinkley.
OK, Christy Brinkley. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. You don't get a red line, I'm afraid, as you're currently the high scorers. But let's see what happens. Christy Brinkley is right. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Very well done indeed. That scores you 2 and takes your total up to 46.
Really good answer. 2nd of February 1954. And Chrissy Brinkley was an American model who starred in the video for Uptown Girl by Billy Joel, and they married 2 years later.
Thank you very much indeed, Alan. Now, you are on 40. We are looking for a score of 5 or less from you.
I'm going to take a chance, and I think that on the top line is David Wilkie.
Do you know, that was going to be my ace in the hole, David Wilkie. But I think that's a fantastic answer. Who knows? Maybe it's not David Wilkie. Let's keep some jeopardy going here. There is your red line, Alan. How many of our 100 people recognise David Wilkie? It is David Wilkie. And it gets you through. Look at that. Down it goes to 4. Fantastic work, Alan, taking your total up to 44.
Yeah, no, that was genuinely brilliant. So David Wilkie is a swimmer who won the 200 metres breaststroke in the Montreal Olympic Games. So what a great answer. Amazing.
Shall we
well,
clear
take
up,
us through the board.
I can give you Cherie Booth.
Yeah, Cherie Blair.
Cherie Blair.
Yeah, she would have scored 41.
It looks like a Madame Tussauds version of John Travolta, but it is John Travolta.
That's John Travolta, and John Travolta would have scored you 72.
I don't know that I recognise...
That's Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she would have got you 3.
Chris Evert is our next one there.
Chris Evert, indeed, would have got you 10, tennis star.
That is Jane Campion, the director.
Jane Campion scored 1.
Then we come to Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, that's a big score, 69.
Yeah. Then we come to Steve Wright.
Surprisingly, only 19. But
Well,
I suppose
if it was the sound of his voice, people would know it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you don't,
It's
know.
radio.
He's radio. He's radio.
It's radio.
That, I mean, half David Frost, half someone else, I don't know.
There.
Oh,
that is Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, it's Jerry Seinfeld.
One of the biggest stars in the world. So. Yeah. But amazingly, would only have scored you 6. So I think a lot of people share your difficulty in recognising.
Well, yes, I didn't recognise it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, and the last 2?
That is the Remains of the Day writer.
That is indeed.
Kazuo
Ishiguro.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that is indeed a pointless answer.
And that
finally,
is Angela Merkel.
That is Angela Merkel, and that would have got you 30. Again, a surprisingly low score for an incredibly powerful European politician.
Yeah, yes, there we are.
I think.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. That brings us to the end of our second round. It means we have to say goodbye to another pair, Vicky and Steve. It is you. We see you for one more show, though.
Yes.
So all is not lost. We'll look forward to seeing you there. But thank you very much indeed, Vicky and Steve. But for our remaining 2 pairs, now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Claire and Peter, Alan and Sophia. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But only temporarily does it stand there, because we are now going to have a little bonus round and see if we can find a couple of pointless answers. £250 will go into the jackpot for each pointless answer you find. So here we go. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many types of knot as they could. Hugh.
Yeah, you're going to see 6 options. 4 are types of knots, 2 of which are scoring and 2 of which are pointless, and 2 aren't types of knot at all. And there's £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer.
OK, so here we go. 6 possible types of knot. Dunlin, water knot, trucker's hitch, bimini twist, monkey's fist, Shackleford. Does anyone have any wisdom on this to share?
I think monkey's fist is one.
Yeah.
They do call things a hitch in a knot, but whether or not that's a
Shackleford
red herring.
seems-
OK, Claire and Peter, what are you going to go for?
What knot?
What not?
We'll go for water knot.
You're going to go for water knot. Water knot. Should we see if that's right? Is it a pointless knot? It is a knot. And it goes down to 1. Oh, sorry, I was back to say, and it's pointless, but it stopped just there.
Yeah.
Alan and Sophia.
I think we'll go for monkey's fist.
Monkey's fist. Should we try monkey's fist? Is it a pointless knot? It's a knot.
It is a knot.
And that is a pointless knot. Very well done indeed.
Yeah, very well done. So a monkey's fist is chiefly a nautical knot. A water knot is a climbing knot. So the other knot is a trucker's hitch, and that scores you 1. Those which aren't knots are Dunlin, which is a wading bird. And the other one, which isn't a knot, is Shackleford. There's an actor called Ted Shackleford who played Gary Ewing in the Dallas spin-off Knots Landing.
Got it.
Yeah. So the other pointless answer would have been the bimini twist.
Which I thought was a dance.
Which is a fishing knot. You don't want to get those two confused.
No. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we can have the satisfaction of adding £250 together to the jackpot. And there we are, taking it up to £1,250. Who will be playing for it, though? Let's find out in a head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer. Here is your first question, and it concerns things that are small. Hugh.
Yeah, so we're going to give you 5 clues now to things that are small or are smaller versions of things that can be bigger. We've given you the initial letters as an additional clue. So please give us the answer the fewest of our 100 new.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 clues for things that are small. A small breed of dog named after a state in North Mexico. C. Buckinghamshire Model Village and Railway opened to the public in 1929. B. French style of cooking known for small portions, developed in the 1970s. N.C. Tiny people who live under floorboards, as in the title of the 1952 novel by Mary Norton. T.B. And woodwind instrument whose name means small or small flute in Italian. P. There we are. Over to you, Claire and Peter.
I'm going to go for the bottom one. The woodwind instrument whose name means small or small flute in Italian is a piccolo.
A piccolo, say Claire and Peter. Now, Alan and Sophia, do you want to talk us through that board?
The small breed of dog is a Chihuahua. The Buckinghamshire Model Village is
Beaconsfield.
Beaconsfield. And the French style of cooking is?
Nouvelle cuisine.
The tiny people are the borrowers, so we're going to pick
Beaconsfield.
Beaconsfield for the model village. So, in the order they were given, we've got Piccolo and Beaconsfield. Piccolo, say Claire and Peter. Should we see if that is right for the small flute? Piccolo, absolutely right. And down that goes to 56. Meanwhile, Alan and Sophia have gone Beaconsfield for the model village in Buckinghamshire. Let's see if that is right. Half right, I think. Anyway, Hugh will fill us in. I'm afraid not right. That means,
Yes.
Claire and Peter, well done. After 1 question, you are up 1-0.
Oh, that was so close. You were so unlucky. The model village is in Beaconsfield, but the name of the model village and railway is actually Beaconscott. And that would have scored you 4 had you got Beaconscott. Chihuahua is correct for the top one, and that would have scored 31. The French style of cooking was indeed Nouvelle Cuisine. That would have got 24. And the people who live under the floorboards was indeed the borrowers, and that would have got 38.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Here comes your second question. Alan and Sophia, you get to answer it first, but you've got to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about US state nicknames. Hugh.
Yeah, so we're about to give you 5 visual clues to nicknames of US states. So we're also going to give you the first and last letters of those nicknames. So please complete the nicknames and tell us which you think is the most obscure.
OK, thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 visual clues, and here they come. We have got A, the MA state. B, the BR state. C, the GE state. D, the PO state. And E, the BE state. There we are. Now, Alan and Sophia, you get to go first.
Gonna say?
We'll go for D, the Palmetto state.
The Palmetto state, say Alan and Sophia. Now, Claire and Peter, over to you. Do you want to talk us through the board?
Yeah, I think the first one's the Magnolia state, then it's the Beaver state, the Granite state, and the Beehive state. And we'll go for
Magnolia.
We'll go for the Magnolia.
You're going to go
state.
Magnolia. Oh, well, in the order they were given, Alan and Sophia went for the Palmetto state. Let's see if that is right for D, Palmetto. Palmetto state, absolutely right. Well, it's a good answer. It's a pointless answer. Wow. They are rare beasts in the head-to-head, so very, very well done indeed. And being a pointless answer, it adds another £250 to today's jackpot, taking our total up to £1,500. Very well done indeed. Now, Claire and Peter, good luck. You have gone for the Magnolia state. A, let's see how many of our 100 said that. Magnolia state. It's another good answer, 27. It's not going to beat 0. Well done, Alan and Sophia, back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yeah, so well done. It was the Magnolia state, which is Mississippi. Did you know that?
No.
No, and it's Magnolia is the state flower. And brilliant answer, the Palmetto state is, do you know what state it is?
New Mexico?
No, South Carolina.
Oh.
So to go through the others, Xander, what do you think?
I think we've had them all, haven't we, actually, from Claire? Beaver State.
Yeah, that's right. But which is the Beaver State?
Which is Beaver State?
It's Oregon.
Oregon.
It's Oregon.
Good.
Yeah, that scored 82. So the Granite State was also correct, and the Granite State is...
South Dakota.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Beautiful.
There.
And that would have got you 32. And the Beehive State
Is Vermont.
Utah.
Oh.
So perfect.
There we are, got them all.
And that would have scored you 73.
Marvellous. Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. Right, here comes our third question. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question is all about shark films, Hugh.
Yeah, so we're going to show you the titles of 5 feature films or TV movies, all of which feature sharks along with their years of release. However, we've missed out every other letter from each word in the title. So can you find the most obscure from the titles with chunks taken out of them?
Nice, appropriately enough. Let's reveal our shark films. Here they come. SAKTL, 2004. JW, 1975. DEBUSA, 1999. TEMG, 2018. And SAKAO, 2013. There we are. Claire and Peter, you begin this time.
Yeah. OK, we're going to go for the bottom one. Sharknado.
Sharknado, say Claire and Peter. Now then, Alan and Sophia, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
Yes, so the first one is Shark Tale, the second one is Jaws, third is Deep Blue Sea, and the fourth is The Meg. So I'm going to say Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. Deep Blue Sea. OK, so we have Sharknado and Deep Blue Sea. Claire and Peter went Sharknado. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Sharknado is right. That goes down to 15. Meanwhile, Alan and Sophia have gone for Deep Blue Sea. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Deep Blue Sea is right. 15 is what it has to beat. And it does. Oh wow, down to 5 for Deep Blue Sea. Very well done indeed. That means, Alan and Sophia, after 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1.
Yeah, and fantastic answer, because you not only cleared the board, but you chose the only answer on that which would beat Sharknado. So well done to you. Shark Tale would have scored you 27. Jaws, clearly, most people have heard of Jaws. Well, you didn't know who Jerry Seinfeld was, so have you heard of Jaws?
I believe I have, yes.
And that would have got 93. And The Meg, which was also correct, scored 28.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. That brings us to the end of the head-to-head round, and it means, I'm so sorry, it brings us to the end of the road for Claire and Peter. It's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. It's been great having you on. Claire and Peter. For Alan and Sophia, though, now time for the pointless final. Huge congratulations, Alan and Sophia. You fought off all the competition, and in this, your very first show, you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, thanks in no small part to your input, it now stands at £1,500. So, yeah, very impressive indeed. As I say, £500 of that you've put in. It would be poetic, I think, if we could send you home with that jackpot. 4 choices will come up. We've just got to hope something lands in your wheelhouse, if that's the right expression. We've got Taylor Swift, 17th century English poems, basketball achievements, and P.G. Wodehouse on TV.
What's P.G. Wodehouse?
I think that may be a fairly good reason for not doing it, that question.
Because if you know, then we can pick it. But...
I have not read any of P.G. Wodehouse.
No to P.G. Wodehouse, then.
Not basketball.
No, I don't think basketball either.
And I don't think 17th century poems.
So we're going to pick Taylor Swift.
Well, do you know any?
I know some Taylor Swift stuff, but it depends.
I certainly... Well, out of the 4, that's the only one I would...
It's Taylor Swift. You would pick Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're picking... I guess we're picking Taylor Swift then. Oh, my God.
Are we going to go Taylor Swift?
Oh, that's great.
There we are. Taylor Swift it is.
OK, so we are looking for the title of any track on Taylor Swift's 2022 album Midnights and the 3 a.m. edition. Or we are looking for the title of any song that was a top 40 hit in the UK singles chart for Taylor Swift before the release of her album Midnights in October 2022. Very best of luck to you both and everyone playing along at home.
Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let us put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, well, I know nothing off of her 2022 album, so I think we'll have to throw that one away.
The bottom one.
Yeah.
You Belong to Me.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
You got one.
Do you know what it is? I can hear them in my head, but I don't actually know what the names are.
It's the Romeo and Juliet one.
Is that not You Belong With Me? Oh.
No. You Belong to Me.
You Belong With Me. With me?
Yeah.
With me.
probably,
I
yeah.
think You Belong With Me. OK, and then it's not called Romeo and Juliet,
No.
but it is that song.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Absolutely stuffed.
No, honestly. This is hard. Bailey's going to be so upset with me. We're going to have to... You Belong With Me, and then we're going to have to say Romeo and Juliet, but I know that's not the name of it. I don't think it is. And I don't have a third one.
No.
Unless it's something that she's featured in.
That is your time up. I now need your 3 answers. What can you give me?
We're going to say You Belong With Me.
You Belong With Me.
Yes, as a top 40. And we're going to say Romeo and Juliet, but I don't think that's the name of the song.
Romeo and Juliet. In which category?
The bottom
The
one
bottom
again.
one as well.
And...
Bleachers.
Beaches?
Bleachers, yeah.
Bleachers?
Yeah.
Bleachers.
And Bleachers.
On the bottom one.
In the bottom
Oh, I know what
category
you're
as
thinking.
well.
Mm-hmm.
OK. Of those three answers, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
You belong with me.
You belong,
You
with,
belong
me.
with me, we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless.
Bleachers.
Bleachers, and then Romeo and Juliet goes in the middle. Let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Bleachers, Romeo and Juliet, You Belong With Me. Well, there we are. Three fabulous-looking Taylor Swift song titles up there. What do I know? But if one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, what would you like to do with £1,500? Alan?
I'd probably put it towards a holiday, I think.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Go
Very
on
nice
holiday
indeed.
somewhere.
Quite right. Sophia, how about you?
Probably the same, definitely.
Perfect. Well, good luck. Your first answer was Bleachers. In all three cases, we're looking for Taylor Swift UK Top 40 singles before midnight. So let's see how many of our 100 people said Bleachers. Is it right? OK, Bleachers, not a correct answer. Let's move swiftly on to Romeo and Juliet. Your next answer in exactly the same category. Might Romeo and Juliet be correct and pointless? No, I'm afraid not. Everything is now riding on You Belong With Me, which was Alan's contribution to the game. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Might it be pointless? You Belong With Me. It's right. Very well done indeed. Well, Bleachers, your first answer was incorrect. Romeo and Juliet, as I think you knew, was also incorrect. You Belong With Me, taking us down through the single figures. Down, to 4. Oh, that's a great answer. But I'm sorry to say, I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do get to take home our pointless trophy. So very, very well done indeed, Hugh.
Yeah, so incredibly specialist Taylor Swift knowledge. Love Story is the song which features Romeo
I think that's quite
and
good.
Juliet. But that wouldn't have been a pointless answer, even if you had got that.
Okay.
So let's have a look at some of the pointless answers, though, on Taylor Swift's 2022 album, Midnights. You could have had Labyrinth. These ringing any bells, Alan?
No.
No. Mastermind? No. Sweet Nothing and You're On Your Own, Kid. In fact, the only scoring answers were Antihero, Maroon, Lavender Haze, Bejeweled, High Infidelity, Midnight Rain, Paris, Snow on the Beach, and The Great War. OK, so moving on to Taylor Swift's top 40 singles before Midnights. The pointless answers were Cruel Summer, Everything Has Changed, Willow, and You Need to Calm Down. The scoring answers were Shake It Off, Love Story, 22, Blank Space, Me, You Belong With Me, Bad Blood, I Knew You Were Trouble, Look at What You Made Me Do, Exile, Ready For It, The Man and Wildest Dreams.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugh. And thank you so much, Alan and Sophia. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show when we will be playing for £2,500. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Hugh.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.